Hello, welcome to my Dive into IoT course. My name is Eric, and in this course I plan on showing you how easy it is to create your own hardware and software platform that is expandable. So what you'll need in this course is two D1 minis. That's an ESP8266 hardware platform. You'll need a DS18B20 temperature sensor shield, a D1 mini OLED display shield, and a Raspberry Pi 3. You will obviously probably need an SD card for the Raspberry Pi, as well as a power supply, things like that. This is the overall block diagram of the whole system. So what you have is a temperature sensor that talks to the one D1 mini. It's then connected via Wi-Fi to the router. The other D1 mini is connected to an OLED display, and that's also connected via Wi-Fi to the router. The Raspberry Pi is then connected to the router with Ethernet. The Raspberry Pi 3 that has a Docker container that has 4 services: an MQTT broker, a Node-RED, InfluxDB, and Grafana. This is a picture of the actual hardware. As you can see, the two D1 minis are really quite small, and then you have 2 shields that plug into the top of the D1 mini. You can also see the Wi-Fi antennas that connect to the router. Here is the D1 mini that when you buy it, you essentially get the headers, a number of ones that either so you can connect it in different ways. You can put the pins down, you can put the female up, or you can put the through, so that this can plug into a board underneath, as well as allowing another board to plug on top of it. So the whole idea with the D1 minis is it's a stackable system. This is the pin out of the D1 mini, so each pin can be have multiple functions. So you plug it in through a USB micro plug. It has a regulator on board that will bring the 5 volts down to 3.3, and then you have a number of outputs. You can use them as digital ins and outs. You can use them for I2C, SPI, and then you also have a UART port. There is circuitry on board to allow you to program the device through the USB port. This is another picture again. You can see the circuitry on the left for the USB to serial adapter, and a little regulator, and then on the top you have the ESP8266 module. These are the types of shields that you get. As you can see, you get many different types of shields. There's ones that are just plain blank PCBs, relays, digital ins and outs, SD cards. There are a lot of different boards. You actually could make your own board. You could design your own board. Okay, so this is the actual shield for the D1 mini. This is the DS18B20 temperature sensor shield. So if you look now, this is a device from Dallas Semiconductor. It makes use of a Dallas one-wire protocol. This device has been around for a long time, and it allows you to use many of these devices on one single wire. This is the D1 mini OLED display shield. It has a 48 by 64 pixel OLED display, and essentially all the board does is break out the connections to the D1 mini format. This is the actual display that is used. It uses an SSD 1306 controller. and you'll find quite a lot of software around for Arduino and different devices that different platforms that allow you to talk to this display. Okay, then this is I think anyone who doesn't know, it's a Raspberry Pi. This is a single board computer, has 4 USB ports, an Ethernet port, has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. It's based on a Broadcom SOC system on a chip. It has a USB micro plug that feeds power in as HDMI, as well as an audio output and input for a microphone. This is the expansion header of the Raspberry Pi. It allows you to create, you can create your own what they call hats, but you can buy many hats that plug into this expansion header, and you can do the same thing. You can have displays, you can have motor drivers,